Welcome to FS19. Today I'm going to be doing some logging on this one cut block I have here. So, what I'm going to try and do, so the location, this is the Ramna map, and I'm going to be, I think I've cut up into about here, and then I've cut down, so I think the main goal will be to just cut this bit of the forest right here. I think, yeah, that's this patch right in front of me here. So I've got dual joysticks for the processor there, or buncher. It's not really a buncher, but, and I've got sound effects too. So let's see, a tree I can pick up easily. Should be something like this. Okay, listen to this. FS19 needed a long time ago. Alright, so I'm gonna get into the machine. I don't know if the sound effects work, but I'm gonna try. Let me just get my dual joysticks set up here. Okay, so I've got that set up. I just have to enter. And processor is on. Alright, so let's get to cutting. Maybe I will speed up the time scale here. So get a little bit more light. There we go. Looks a bit better. So now where am I going to be cutting? Looks like this patch of trees. So let's see if this sound effects works. Oh, it does. Ooh, that's kind of wonky. Oh, it's got a dropping noise too. Oh, that's so cool. Every time the log moves, it makes a noise. That's really cool. That kind of reminds me of logging. Whenever I was a processor operator for, I tried it for a couple, I guess 3 days or 2, and I didn't like it. It was really boring, but that's exactly what it sounds like. That's so cool. Let's grab that tree. It actually adds a whole nother level of realism, like, because without it, like, the trees are just objects, but man, when you add that kind of sound effects, like, it changes the game. Farming Sim, like the next one, Farming Sim 2022? 21? I don't remember what it's called, what they named it. I think it's 2022, but it definitely needs these sound effects. Oop. Some parts of it sounds a little wonky, but honestly, like, it's really good. I really like it. I was gonna do a time lapse, but it sounds so good I don't really want to get into a time lapse because then you can't hear it. So I am using dual joysticks here. So I've got a Logitech. I don't even know. I've got a Logitech Attack and a Attack 3 and a Logitech Attack Pro something? Pro? I don't know. I think it's just a Pro. I don't know. I was using 2 Logitech Pros, but I didn't like them at all because my hand on my left side, it would just start cramping, so I couldn't really use it too good. So now I've got two joysticks that one conforms to my hand, my left hand, way better. It's actually built for it. If you're gonna be doing something like this, you definitely want the right joysticks, because otherwise it just hurts. So we've got quite a bit done already. Doesn't take too long to get through a block, but that's the one thing, the sound effects doesn't really quite work for like this sort of thing. Like, it does work, but like once the tree's cut down, it makes more sense. It's like you have a falling noise whenever you're cutting down a tree, and it's not exactly free falling. It's kind of janky, I guess. Is that the word? It's not quite right, but I was doing more of a, I guess, Canadian style of logging. I was using a processor, and then I would load it with the log loader, and I'd deck them, but it just wouldn't work with space. Like, I'd lag too much, so it's not very good. So now I'm just doing it with this little processor, and then I just come along with the log truck and just pick them up. And it's a lot less hassle. Because before I'd have to change because I'd do realistic controls. So I'd have to bind it and all that sort of stuff, and I just didn't want to do it. I was just getting tired of it. I like having realistic controls, but it's like, if you can't save your control settings, I guess, there's really no point to it. A farming simulator doesn't really cater to true simulation. It caters more to just people that want to farm in a video game. It doesn't cater to people with ultra realism, which I think they should really start adding ultra realism, because like without it, it's just gonna be, I guess, not truly a simulator. I don't know what I guess they're going for a video game. They're not exactly going for a simulator, but they call it a simulator, so you'd think they'd have a little more depth than they do. So hopefully their new one caters more to the people who want ultra realism. One thing I wish we could do is, I wish we could dig up the ground and make like actual logging rows. I think that'd be really cool. But I don't know if we'll be able to ever do that in a video game. I'm hoping we will, but I don't know. Especially in Farming Sim, because I really like their format. Like, I mean, you can't do this anywhere else in any other game. It's like they already have something going for them, but if they could like make the terrain diggable, that would be so cool. Instead of using a terrain editor. That's fine too, but it's not the same. So with this, you would usually cut it down to, I think 7 meter lengths are the maximum for a forwarder, but then you would pick it up with a forwarder. I'm not doing that though. As I said before, I'm just using my logging truck. There's a haze mod, and it's a really good mod. can haul quite a good load. Oh, that's too big. The one thing with these processing heads, they don't work for those big trees. The other ones do. The other one FDR has does, but these ones don't. They're too small. So he's got the Warta, I think? Yeah. Warta header. This one is too, but this one is the small version. It doesn't do those big trees like the other one does. So I might have to just use a chainsaw. Might still have a use for a processor, I don't know. This sounds so good. I'm just so happy that worked and that somebody actually made this mod. Because without it, it's just so dead. You don't get the sound effects that you need. Look at that. Ugh. Sounds so good. Okay. I'm almost finished this area. I got a little bit more up there. Obviously, I still have all that. I also have track IR, but I gotta set that up. I've been, I bought a PS3 camera, and I think it might be a wrong one. The lenses seem like the one that's supposed to be the right one, but I don't know, it's not really working. So I haven't been able to get that going. Might just wait until. So I'm using Track Hat, and they're making their own, so I might just buy that instead of building my own camera. Which I'd rather build my own camera, I think. But it's a bit difficult when you can't find the right camera. It's gonna be really weird unloading. Usually what I'd do is I'd come along and drag it to the road with a cable skidder, but FDR is cable skidder, but it's broken for me. Like I can't attach anything, and even if I set the binding, it's not working. I've got way too many mods. I think it's conflicting. Well, I mean, that's the only thing it could be. It was working, I guess, a few months ago. It was. So, I mean, it's been, I don't know how long it hasn't been working because I've been doing different things, logging wise, so you wouldn't really know which one is working until you try it and then it doesn't work. That's like my sell points. My sell points on this map disappeared somehow. I really have no idea how. So I can't sell grain, which I do grain on this map. It's a great map. Ramna is its name. I think it's probably my favorite out of all three of his. He's got 3 maps. War Boss. And, I mean, this one is my favorite because you just go into the bush and you just get lost. And I love that. It's not as, his other maps are more European. This feels more Canadian or American. So I like it better. But European maps are fun, they're really good. He's got some pretty cool tricks that he does, which I might show. I might try off-roading or something in Farming Sim. Cause yeah, I know, they're crazy. Like you can, the mud will come up to the hood on the truck and it splashes and it's really cool. the trees. You can push down some dead trees. It's really got some really cool maps, and I think you can even cut them down for lumber, but I haven't done those. I don't think I've tried. Maybe I have. I might have. I don't really remember. But yeah, they're really cool maps. Okay, so almost finished. Cut that. Something's up. Okay. I wish the trees would bend. That's another thing we need. We need wavy trees. I don't want to stick. I want like an actual waving tree. Because they don't act like this in real life. I mean, I think it'd be really hard to simulate how a tree moves, but it'd be so cool. Like if you could just push it off and break it like that, like I wish. Now if I could push this in a bit and clean it up. Wait, he's even got rock sound effects? Oh, okay, no. For a second I thought there was like rock sound effects, and I thought that was really cool. But maybe it's just for the trees. Did I try this one yet? I don't think I did. Looks like I can cut it. Oh yeah, I can. So let's bring this one. What's wrong? What's up with it? Oh boy. Okay, well I'll just cut it and should be able to move. There we go. I was stuck on my skidder. Alright. Yeah, these sound effects. Oh. If only. So, the mod is called, I think, Tree Sounds? I don't know if it's for console as well. I know it works for PC. You literally just enable it. You don't have to do anything. You just download it and it works. It's crazy. Great mod. I might title this video Sound of Tree Falling Sound Effects mod awesome? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm just gonna go. Ooh, something's up with that. If I could just see, it's on the left side and I need to make it go to the right side. Oh, it's still getting stuck. No. There we go. Yeah, so doing this I think is probably the quickest way, and then you just come along with your auto load truck. I don't load it with like grapples or claws, because they're just annoying with the trailer I'm using. They will just slide off. I tried it one time, and oh man, they just slide off. Like you can't even like stack them very good, because they just, once they start sliding, like, well, they'll slide a little bit and then they just start going and then they just all slide off, and it's like, well, why did I spend a half an hour loading this after they all slide off? Might have even taken me an hour. It's just pointless. So I don't do that anymore. I just use the auto load because it's just better. Like, I think if you had something that could hold like a lot of logs, maybe it might be worth it. But for now, something, yeah, like if you could grab like 10 logs at a time, I don't know. Well, like, you know, like a pile size like this, if you could do that, it might be worth it. But I'm not doing that right now because it's just too like broken. Farming Simulator is a broken game. Oh, there goes the cab of the machine. Okay. Actually, this sound effect would work really good for a feller buncher, I think. No, no. Actually, I have a feller buncher. I could just test it out. Because I have one right over here. It's not very far. Maybe I'll do that. I'll just set this one here. And we'll run down there with the feller buncher. Or, yeah. Well, I guess it's a buncher. I don't know. It's just missing the head. I bet it's gonna sound really cool. It could sound really bad though. I don't know. My guess is it's probably gonna play all the sounds at once of the trees falling. And it's gonna be really weird. That's my guess. But we'll find out. Oop. Stop moving. So that's the thing with my joystick is the button gets stuck. Okay. I don't think I have this actually binded for oh no, I do. Oh, wow, okay. I still have it binded for Puncher. I'm getting over a cold. I'm on week 3. Kinda. I might try it with the big trees, because they have to come down anyway. I was gonna do it with a chainsaw, but actually no, they're annoying with this thing. I will head over. I could do those trees, but they're out of my boundary. Well, it's quicker. Fines. Nah, I don't get fined in farming sim. Okay. But if we're going for realism, this is illegal. Okay, did I grab it? I think I did. That's it? What? What? I'm kind of disappointed. That could have been way cooler. I'm just gonna disappear. Ugh, that sucks. I was hoping for something cooler. So I think I might load that in the back. I should probably load it. But this would crush the truck. But this is farming sim. Realism is key. Daggerwin. That is a Daggerwin. What's that? What's it called? The word escaped my mind. It's not emblem. Catchphrase, I guess. It's not really. There's a different word for it. But I mean, it's a catchphrase. Okay. So I think I've got a couple more trees, it looks like. And my header on again. There we go. So if you can hear these joystick controls, you probably can, because this mic picks up a lot of sound. So that's my joysticks. The sounds you're hearing are my dual joysticks. And if you've never tried dual joysticks, oh man, like if you do logging and farming sim, you're gonna want dual joysticks. It's just, they just feel so good. I feel like, I mean, they're close to the real life machine. They're not exactly like the real life machine. Obviously you've got hydraulics that are a bit different and they feel different than, you know, these spring-loaded joysticks. So, but I mean, I don't know if these are actually spring-loaded, but I'm pretty sure they are. But I mean, you do get that sense of using two joysticks for like logging, and it, once you do it, once you get the hang of it, like it's just natural. You do realistic controls and you can actually get into a machine and run it, like, because I've done that. And it's like, if you bind it close to how they have it, like, I mean, you can run a machine in like one day. I mean, you'll be rough, but you can do it. And because I've done it, and it's crazy. So it's definitely a good way to learn equipment. Like, as long as you have your bindings right. If you don't have them right, it's not that fun. They have to be set up correct, exactly how they are in the machine you're gonna run. So otherwise they'll screw you up. And then everything you thought you knew, you don't then suddenly. Oh, come on. There we go. What was happening there was the tree was coming out and it was pushing on my tracks, and it would have broke something. It wouldn't have broken anything, but it would have just made it really glitchy. Could have flew up in the air very realistically. Because tree springs in this game, if you're not careful. I'm not gonna give an example because I really don't feel like messing with that right now. While it's working good, it's great to have. But if it stops, then it's a pain and a headache. That's one thing I hope for 20... I really gotta look at the name. I think it's 2022. I think that's what they're calling it. FS 2022. Like, for some reason I keep forgetting, because it's supposed to come out, I think, 2021. So it's really screwing me up. Like, I don't know what it is. So anyway, this map I've got 1,200 hours in now. Should just check my tree statistics. I think I've got, on this map alone, last time I looked I had 6,000 trees cut. So quite a good number. I've done probably 8 cut blocks, 10 maybe, something like that. So I mean, this map has so many trees. Like, the plan was to cut down every single tree, but I'm starting to plant the cut blocks again, because I'm running out of good blocks. Like, because the other ones, they're good, but I don't know, they're not the same as the blocks that I've cut before. Guess I've gotten attached to the blocks and then go. But I don't know if I'll be able to harvest them before FS22 is going to come out. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna have to pre-order that too at some point here. But I don't know if it's worth it. Like, the graphics aren't as good as I was hoping. Like, they're not as realistic. They just seem arcadey, even worse. Like this, it's a little more realistic, but like the graphics there, like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, but I think once we get into the game it might change. I don't know. I'm not really too impressed. Like, we've already been playing with what they're adding, so it's like, worth it? Like, I'm probably gonna buy it, but I don't know. Like, I'll probably play it too. It's just, I don't think I'd be happy with it. Not that I'm happy with this, because the color is really washing, but I think it's just my monitor maybe, but yeah, I don't know. Graphics wise, I'm not too impressed with it. I think they could have went a little more, less arcadey and more realistic, but I mean, once we get into the game we'll know. But I am, like, excited about the economies. I'm just wondering how those are gonna work, since, like, after all these mods I've added, my sell points are gone. So how is it gonna work to have economy and then mods? I don't know. It's like, it's gonna be interesting, I think, because I don't know how these sell points disappeared, and then, like, it's just, in my opinion, it's just more things to get broken. I don't know what. I don't know if it's gonna be that bad, but yeah, I don't know. Right now, FS19 is it's a pretty basic game. Like, they don't have economy. They do have, like, a few things, but it's more just a base. It's not so much getting into the economy stuff. They do have a little bit of it. Like, you sell too much of one thing and the price goes down, but I don't know. I'm really hoping they just add a little more depth to it, like, as in machines, and I haven't been keeping up with it, so they might be better. I don't know. There's a lot of things I want, because I mean, I have almost 3,000, I'm at 2,800 hours in Farming Sim 2019, and quite a bit is AFK, but it's also, like, playing. I mean, 6,000 trees cut. Like, yeah, I've been doing a lot of logging, and that's a lot of hours. So, and I'm kind of bored of having the same thing, and, like, there's so much more that, like, I mean, it comes down to, like, how much work they want to do on the game, but, like, if they really want to blow us out of the park, I think, like, man, like, being roads, your own logging roads, and being able to push down trees with a cat, I think that'd be so cool. Because it's something that no other game does, but it's real life. Like, you actually do that in real life, and I just think we need it. I don't know. I'm hoping at some point they actually add that. Probably not to this new game, and probably not even the next one. Well, I mean, we never know. They might have a different engine for us. I don't know. But it's still a super buggy game, and it's pretty broken. But I mean, it's the only game that allows you to do this, and it's pretty wicked that we can even do this in a video game. Like, have trees that you can cut down. It takes a lot of mods to make it nice, in my opinion. I mean, I've got so many mods. I've got mods for I've got, you can see no course loaded. I think that's course play. I've got I've got probably mods I'll never use, but I've got sound effect mods. I'm using these forestry mods that FDR makes, and they're amazing. The support for dual joysticks, like, you can't get that in the base game. And I don't know, the modding community for Farming Sim 19 is like, and I think it's gonna be even better in 2022, but it'll take a little bit to get what we have in Farming Sim 19. So I'm not excited for that wait, but so I remember shifting from 2017 to 2019 and waiting for the mods to come out, constantly refreshing the page for new mods, and it was just kind of lame. I'm not excited for that. That's the one thing I'm not excited for. But I think within first, or no, for 19, I think I got it like right when it came out. I don't really remember. It's been a long time, but I think the mods came out pretty quick. I think within 5 days we had a decent selection. I'm working on mods. I don't know anything about them, but I'm trying to make some mods that are, I guess it's like an oil lease, or a pump jack, but it's more, I want it passive income, so I'm trying to make it like that. We'll see how far I even get in it. So far I've only got the animation done, and I mean, it's a really simple model. It's nothing too extravagant, but yeah, it'll be passive income, and no one else is doing this, so I thought, well, I might as well try, but I think it's way over my head. Like, I just applied like coloring to it. I don't know if I've even had textures or anything. Like, I don't even know what I have to do to it, so it's like I've kind of given up on it for right now. But I mean, eventually I'd like to put it into FS22, but it's gonna be so embarrassing if I've been saying FS22 and it's actually FS21, but whatever. Or it's just gonna be cringy. I might just Google it real quick. I think it's FS22. Yeah, it is. Okay. I was right. Okay. So, I don't know. I really wish oil. It's like, yeah, FS19 isn't mining, but we need mining. They have such a good foundation for it, and I just wish that they could, like, actually make mining happen. I mean, I think Farming Sim should branch into something more than just Farming Sim. But I like the fact that it's Farming Sim, but you can do all these different things. Like, oh, it's just a farming simulator. No, it's not. You can do mining, you can do trucking, it's literally an everything simulator. Like, it's a crazy game. Like, what other game can you log, mine, farm, like, anything? Like, there's no other game like it. And it's just crazy. And I mean, what makes it though is the player base. Like, the modding community, the player base isn't, I mean, they're demanding, but they're fine with just having player-made content, like, and I think it's good. I mean, people can make pretty good mods. Well, I mean, everyone's a person, but like, you can actually do better than the people that make the mods. So I guess, or no, that's better than the people. The modders can do a better job, some of them, than what Giants can do with some of their I guess, what do you call them? I guess vehicle, I forgot. I guess it's a game dev. Like, better than some of the 3D model guys. So, and that's not an insult to them, it's just like, there's like the Demco trailer, Grain Wagon, and I mean, I think it's made by Custom Line, and they can do, I think Demco is gonna be in FS22. They released a picture of it, and like, the mod was even better, and the game than the game Grain Wagon. I lost my train of thought there for a second. But so, like, it's cool that you have that ability to make it better than even the game devs. So it's really great, and I think that's why Farming Sim has lasted as long as it has. It's just the ability to really experiment and do anything. Like there's so many different ways to do logging in FS19. There's so many different ways to play the game in general, like any way you want, and I think that's what makes it just such a good game. Now, it's got its bugs, it's a broken game. When you have this many mods, it's a pretty solid game when you don't pack it full of mods, but then it's boring. So I think I have like 300 mods. I don't have a crazy amount, I don't have thousands, but I probably have, I don't know, 400 now maybe? I don't know. But I mean, there's so many mods, and it conflicts a lot. Like, I get a lot. Like, every time I load the game, I almost get a mod conflict. I have to open it a certain way. It's the wrong button, otherwise you have to restart it. And it takes about 10 minutes to load in. But, you know, I've been doing it for 2,000 hours now, and 2,800, and you know what? I still come back and I play it, and it's fun, and I enjoy it. And so, I don't know. It's like, despite all the problems, it's such a good game. Let's actually get some sound effects. Timing right. Like, whenever the sound effects of the tree falling, get it playing. Let's just appreciate the sound effect real quick. I was hoping it'd fall on the log. So let's see where for cut block wise. I think I'll be right on point. Looks like it. I'm almost to the perimeter. Let's see. I mean, it's gonna stop cutting once I hit it. That's why I'm using this header as well, or this processing head, because I can actually, it'll tell me when I'm at the border. So like, it just won't let me cut, which is what I want. Because I've been with the buncher, you can just chop down as many trees as you want, and there's no limit. But with this, it'll actually stop you, so you can be within your boundary. Because, I mean, if you're not sticking to the cut blocks, then why play with cut blocks? So I also really like this map because of the cut blocks War Boss has. It's like crazy. Like, I mean, like, let's just look at this cut block. Like, these cut blocks, like, they're actual cut blocks. Now, I have a mod on, so the prices are, some of them are a little off, but, like, yeah, these little cut blocks, and they make it manageable. So, yeah, I mean, I've created this into a field, and this is my farm, and I've logged this area. Oh, I still have a little cube right back in here. I don't know if I logged that, but anyway, and then I've logged this, but I haven't logged that, I don't think. And I didn't know I can log that too. And then I've logged a little bit. I've logged back here, I think. I might have logged back here, I don't remember. It's been a while. But I've logged this, I think. I've logged this for sure, because that's a lease type. And yeah. But man, like this map. And then I've planted this area with trees up here. So, and right now I'm logging this block. And then, yeah, I don't know what other blocks I'll cut, but then I logged, I think it was this one. This one was a good one. I don't own it anymore for some reason. I guess I sold it, but yeah. It's pretty great. So, I don't know how much more I'm gonna cut. I don't know how long this video even is. So, I will, I might, end it here. It's probably gonna be quite a long video. Me rambling on, but I enjoyed it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna be trying to do daily uploads. I mean, I do enough in Farming Sim that is pretty interesting. I think it's interesting anyway. Like, I do oil, I do farming, I do a lot of logging. Oh, actually, let's just look at the one statistic here. Let's see how many trees I've cut now. If it's updated. It might not have updated yet, but one more cut, and then we're good. Okay. Yes, you can see it. I can't sell anything. All my sell points are gone for most things except wood, and I guess I can still sell hay. That's about it. I just become a hay farmer. I don't know. I have grain fields planted, so anyway. And I've placed sell points, but they break everything. Yeah. Okay, so what was I gonna do? Oh, statistics. There we go. Yeah, so as you can see, trees cut down. Trees planted 2,000, but time played 1,266 hours. Trees cut down 6,850 trees cut down. Yeah, so like a lot of trees, like that's a lot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there, I guess. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Comment, like, subscribe. Subscribing really helps. I'm trying to grow my channel. I want to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too unbearable listening to me ramble on, but yeah. So, thanks for watching.